Hello and welcome to Kovo. Today I'm just gonna put out my voice there and say lives matters. Lives matters. All lives matters. Every single life matters. Lives matters. As long as somebody has got a breath, they matter. It is important that we preserve lives. We should not just get rid of this life so easily. It's not about Black Lives Matters. It's about every single life matters. That's why we're doing social distancing, so that we preserve these lives. And that's why we go to hospitals, or these hospital setups were brought up because we wanted to preserve lives. And that's why they were extended to the third world, to every part of the world. And that's why we are against abortions, because we want to preserve lives. And that's why we want to help people with the different issues like mental issues, poverty, because we want to preserve lives. It is not Black Life Matters. It's every life matters. You know, if we were to go back and look at this guide, the Bible, I read about the Bible because I find it's a book which has got a guide on every perspective of life. When God had created everything, He created man, and He found there was no one equal to man. Man was lonely, so He created a woman, and they started to relate with this woman, to understand each other, and they started to multiply, and they started to reproduce, and now we became communities. It is about every life. Every life matters. It's not Black Life Matters. Every life matters. Think about it. If we were to go by Black Lives Matters, you tell me what you're going to do which is different from what actually you're opposing. You end up being like the very people whom you think you're fighting against. I think the right thing is to get the right stand and look at life as an individual. Every life matters. It's not Black Life Matters. Every single life matters. Every human being matters. Every person, regardless of who they are, regardless of what they believe in, regardless of what they have done, every life matters. That's the only thing which will make a difference. If we can look at life, the sanctity of life, the importance of life, when we get rid of the human life, it will never come back. The very life that you're getting rid of, you don't know, maybe that's a life which was going to bring an invention which will help alleviate some of the world's sufferings. It's about every life matters, not Black Life Matters, not white life matters. It's about every human being's life matters, and that's why we should concentrate. Otherwise, it is pointless to single out one life to matter more than the other. We'll continue to argue, and we'll never come to an agreement. God already made it simple. Man was lonely without another fellow human being. He could not relate to the animals. He could name them. He could live with them. He could control them. He could eat them. But he was never happy until he heard this woman, whom he called bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Listen, it's not the color, it's flesh of your flesh, bone of your bone, breath of your breath, nose of your nose, head of your head. You know, it's that kind of life which we should concentrate on. Life matters. It is every life matters. Otherwise, if we concentrate on Black Lives Matters, we'll end end up doing the opposite, and then the other group will say, this life matters. The truth of the matter, it's not even about getting scared that this group is going to rise and the other group rise. The truth of the matter is every life matters. God bless you. Bye.